Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So as promised, I'm going to be installing the crash protection on the Ninja 636. This is a 2023. This kit is the Womet kit. I believe that's how you say it. I got it from TST Industries. And I'm just going to go over how to install these on the bike. It's super easy and super quick. So this right here is the front fork sliders. This right here is the frame sliders. The rear spool of sliders and the handlebar sliders. So that's what comes in the kit. So just real quick, this is what your obviously just what your frame slider is going to look like. They're for the, or not frame sliders, fork sliders, sorry. For the fork sliders, this is a 6mm Allen. For the bars to take off the outside cover of the bar is going to be a 6mm Allen, then a 17mm hex, and then this hex right here is a 22mm. This collar slips off. This cover slips on. And then this, I believe it's a 5mm Allen bolt goes in there. That's how that one works. For the frame sliders, first of all, the long one is going to be for the left side if you're sitting on the bike. Left side, short stubby is going to be for the right side. To take off the engine bolts, that's going to be a 14mm, and then these bolts here are 17mm. And then the rear spools, it's going to be 6mm Allens, and there's nothing on there right now, and it's just the spool and the bolt. Super easy. Also, lastly, for the handlebars, there's going to be one washer. The washer is going to go on for the throttle handle. And just to show you guys real quick, for the frame sliders, it's going to be, so this is the short stubby side, so it's going to go on the right side. You got your bolt, this washer, I don't know what you'd quite call it, and then the second washer, and then the big fat piece. That's how that slides in. And then for the left side, get the bolt, same little washer piece, and then the short, or not short, the skinny long part that identifies that it's going to be on the left side. All right, so like I said, for the bars, it's going to be a 6mm Allen. This is what my Duralast kit has. So I may be able to find one of these that will fit it so I can put it on the torque wrench, but just for now I'm going to take it off with this. Well, that's one way to take it off. Go ahead and grab your 17mm. Okay, so now that that is out, we can grab the new bar end. So like I said, the washer is for the throttle side. This is not the throttle side, so we're not going to use the washer. Take off the black cover or whatever color you chose. Then you're going to get a 22mm. Go ahead and start this by hand. Okay. And then that is going to be, so So there's actually no recommended torque spec for the bar ends. So just tighten it up within reason. Okay. Now you're going to add this collar over it, and then add the cover. And this should be a 5. Yes, it is a 5mm Allen. Hang it up. So we're gonna go and do the other side. Like I said, the other side is pretty much more the same, except that you're gonna add the additional washer for that. Alright guys, so we went ahead and added the bar ends. Since we're up front, we're just gonna stay up front. We're gonna add the fork sliders. So like I said, the fork sliders, they are a 6mm Allen. The wind is winding out there. So this is how it comes. If yours comes disassembled, sorry. But you can just take off one end because it's going to slide through the front axle as it is hollow. This end is fat, this end is skinny. So if you look down here, this end, I believe, is the skinnier side. And then come over here. Yep. Whereas this end is much larger. So this large slider is going on this side, and the skinny slider is going to go on this side. So very, very simple install here. You're going to slide this through, then put the bolt back in here. You're going to want to have 2 Allen keys, or find a way to hold one in. So I'm going to hold this in over here. Actually, yeah. I'm going to put this in over here, hold this over here, and start tightening her up. So now that they're snug, I'm going to move this over to my torque wrench. Torque spec for the frame sliders is 8 pounds. If you have a classic torque wrench like mine, it clicks. Here, come over here and get close and see if you can hear the click. We're gonna be quiet. So that's how you know that you have reached torque spec. And since it's connected, it should be fine on both sides, but I'm just gonna torque it from this side as well. So listen. Actually, it had a little bit more to go, so cool. Front frame sliders, done. For the frame sliders, like I said, to take it off, it's gonna be a 14mm, and the bolt is gonna be down here under the fairing. It's really important to take off just one side at a time, or the whole engine will come down, and you're gonna have to fight it to get it back up into position. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this loose. Now, like I said, we're gonna get the longer, skinnier side, and that is going to be a 17mm. Pop this on. Go ahead and try to start it by hand. Okay, it's in there now. So let's go ahead and get this threaded all the way on. We're going to go to 29.5 foot-pounds. And once again, we're gonna listen for the click. So that's on. Now we're gonna go to the other side, take the other side off, and essentially do exactly the same thing. So just like in the handlebars, we're not gonna record the other side. All right guys, so the last thing that we have to put on is the spools. However, like I did mention, there are these caps for the frame sliders. I forgot to tell you guys about them. So you just simply slide them in there. So for the spools, it is going to be a 6mm Allen. Tighten her up real good. And then these should be tightened to 18 foot-pounds. I always just go for 3 times. And just like everything else, exactly the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to do a recap once I tighten up the last piece. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and added the rear spool, and let me tell you, honestly, this is the easiest install on this bike so far. I think the kit was like 120 or something like that, so it was a little bit on the expensive side, but it's nice parts and whatnot. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look around. So once again, fork sliders up here, handlebar sliders, your frame sliders, and then the spools. There is another company that sells frame sliders that are a little bit more flush. I like these, they're not too bad. And yeah, like I said, you got everything in the kit, so it was pretty good. Just to go over everything one last time, because if you're watching this video, I know you're probably about to install this, or you're thinking about it. Once again, for the frame sliders, to take them off, to take out the original engine bolts, 14 millimeter, then to put them on 17 millimeter at 29.5 foot-pounds. For the forks, it's going to be a 6 millimeter Allen, and then at 8.8 foot-pounds, or 12 newton meters. And then for the bars, to take off the original cover, 6 millimeter Allens, 17 millimeter hex, and then to put them back on 22 millimeter hex and 5 millimeter Allen. And for the swing arm, there's nothing there, so to put them on, it's going to be a 6 millimeter Allen and 18 foot-pounds. So yeah, it's super easy. There's no reason not to do this. Go ahead and protect your bike a little bit, especially if you're a new rider. You know, I mean, even if you're an experienced rider. Yesterday, I hit a patch of gravel and the bike got a little swirly. You know, it would really suck if I would have dropped the bike before I put the stuff on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this put on. Super easy. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's time to get back to Juju because he's probably losing his mind. Peace.